It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And up next, we'll see Drake London. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Falcons and the Hawks, and it's all up next.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. So glad y'all could join us for this game. Kate, Scott, and Brock here on the call for it, and we're expecting quite a bit of offensive gamesmanship, partner. Some veteran savvy out there. Both of our starting quarterbacks have spent quite a long time in this league, and they've got plenty of experience to show for it.
Yeah, I like the way you say that right there. Gamesmanship and veteran savvy. Father Time, he chases down these skill guys. It's a game that's getting younger and younger, right? Because, well, it's hard to be as...
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, to get this one going. And we're underway in Atlanta. D. Eskridge to return it. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. They'll be led out by the 12th-year pro from West Virginia, Geno Smith.
While we all love to talk about the quarterback, he really wasn't at the forefront of their win last week, Kate. Kind of took a step back and let some of his teammates shine. Yeah, he made a good mark with a touchdown pass, a bad mark with an interception. Welcome to life in the NFL as a quarterback. You know he wants to make a little more noise, elevate everybody else a little better than he did a week ago.
Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Smith. Taken in by Noah Fant. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Following that completion, a member of the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. From the gun, Smith. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on 1st down. Well, as we see the names populating this injury report, partner, we recognize they've had to do some adjusting over the course of the season as key contributors have gone down.
And this, right here, this is where fan favorites and surprise superstars are born, Kate. From guys having to step in as a result of these injuries. You never root for players to miss time and go down, but you'll always root for the guys filling in, who are getting their shot to make their name and contribute when it really matters.
1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Now an inside give to Walker. All the way, touchdown Seattle! The Seahawks take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown! So that right there, exactly what you're looking for in the opening drive of a game.
And these opening drives are tone setters. You come out flat, maybe you go 3 and out. Sometimes there's a carryover effect, Kate, but here, they were sharp, they were crisp, and they grabbed the early lead.
Myers gets the point after to go. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. Finds some space, he's past the 30. So out head the Falcons for their first possession. And leading them out in his 13th season out of Michigan State is Kirk Cousins.
Nobody came away happy last week, no question about it. Himself, most of all. His team went 0-1, picking up the loss, but he was 0-1. 1 pick, no touchdowns. Not good enough. Defeat not an option this week, and neither is a lack of touchdowns. They intend to rectify both.
Cousins looking to throw right away here. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game. That throw was looking for Kyle Pitts. So it's 2nd down coming up. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Throwing on third, Cousins. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Now Cousins again. This one falls incomplete.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
On 2nd and 10, Cousins again. Into the hands of Pitts. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. Escapes a defender. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Falcons will have a first.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
As the open man downfield. And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field.
An eligible receiver downfield. Offense.
You don't get too many plays of that size in a game, and that flag takes away one of them. So after the 5 yards are marched off, here's 1st and 15. Out of the gun, Cousins. Defense too much. The Seahawks drag him down. Now this is the dreaded sight anytime there's a sack. He's hurting after taking that hit, and they're going to get out there to check on him. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Here's Robinson up the middle. Juke the defender. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
Well, it's not a long walk to the new spot, but it is a disappointing one to make. Instead of 3rd down, they're now defending 1st and 10. This drive just keeps on moving. After the penalty, resets that marker. Running it after the penalty. And he gets it down to the 13-yard line. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the shotgun, Penix. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Motioning the tight end now. Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Smith. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Walker now from the gun. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Going to the ground again on first. He finds some space again. And he's all the way up to the 41. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
First down, and they go right back to him. And that hit stops him in his tracks. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Smith dialing up a receiver screen. And defenders are there to get him at the line. A.J. Terrell making that stop. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainers heading out to take a look. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Out of the gun, here's Smith. He beams one deep right side. It is caught at the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Point after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Falcons, nothing.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Onto the field comes the Atlanta offense for the 2nd time. They liked how that drive was going, but the ending, the turnover on downs, yeah, that's something they'll try to rewrite on this series. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
He fires one deep down the right sideline. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Seahawks are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker and get that big old marker out, cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. 3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing is Smith. Metcalf's got it, complete. And he'll get it up to the 44. They get 6 and a first down as well.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Across midfield to the 45. And he's finally hauled down at the 43. It's a gain of 12 there. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
First down, Seattle.
Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked? One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. They'll run here following the penalty. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And look at the footwork there, touchdown! The Seahawks take a 20-zip lead. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these...
Now we'll pause. The officials want to take a good look at this and confirm it was indeed a touchdown. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
No change to the call on the field, so that play is going to remain a touchdown. Myers gets the point after to go. And the Seahawks push their lead to 21-zip already.
Falcons, nothing.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. His return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Falcons ready for their next possession. And things are really getting away from him, so an important moment here to try and get a sustained possession going. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now it's Cousins. That's an incomplete pass. Couldn't find a home there. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
Throwing is Cousins. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
On the coverage.
Cousins. Looking for a target. Moore's got it. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. The rookie from Texas there on the tackle.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it'll be Seahawks football. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Hand off to Walker from the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
This is Walker on second. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Tackled by Rook Orororo. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Smith to the air now. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Falcons will take over. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. On 1st and 10, it's Cousins. Able to hit Robinson, complete. Hit some space around midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
That's the end of one, and yikes, things looking a little out of hand already. 21-0 our score. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Back for our second quarter, it's Falcons football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. He completes it in traffic. And he works this to the 38 before going down. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Seahawks 38-yard line.
From the 38. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
It's into the hands of Mooney. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Following that completion, medical staff headed out for an injured player. We'll see what the nature of his injury is. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing it again here. That one's complete to London. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he loses control of the interception in the end zone. Could have taken away some potential points, but instead, new life, 3rd down.
On the coverage.
Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Finds his target, Robinson. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
A 4-yard loss.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed 3rd down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
So now on 4th down, the Falcons electing to send Younghoe Koo after the field goal. It's 44 yards here from the left hash. The kick by Lutz is good. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Eskridge on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. A give up the gut to Walker. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Running is Walker. And he's downed after getting us up to the 41. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. It's Walker on the give. And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. Braylon Trice there to meet him.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
And the fair catch made here at the 15. The Falcons and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Looking for the back that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Here's Cousins now. He fires one deep down the middle. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
No return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. It's caught Metcalf. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Toss play. This is Walker. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. A.J. Terrell making that stop. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. Handoff running left, Walker. And he stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Here we go, 2nd and very long. Gets this to Fant. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Walker hauls it in. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Jason Myers out there now to try and field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. It's 44 yards here from the left hash. Myers' kick is good. And that stretches the lead to 21.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Falcons back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They're down 21 now after that last score and in need of a comeback as we work through this game. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Cousins. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
That's brought in by Mooney. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Well, it's not a long walk to the new spot, but it is a disappointing one to make. Instead of 3rd down, they're now defending 1st and 10. So after the penalty yardage marked off, here's 1st and 10. And they send a man in motion. 1st down throw for Cousins. He's going deep. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Trying to force one through there. And it's going to be 2nd down. Now Cousins again. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They bring their tight end left. Throwing on 3rd, Cousins. Completed over the middle. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Smith. The screen pass falls incomplete. This one intended for the running back. So it'll be 2nd down. They'll run. First give to Zach Charbonnet. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Into the hands of Tyler Lockett. Down to the 10. There it is. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks making this a laugher before halftime. Tyler Lockett, the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. Yeah. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Point after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks grow their lead yet again.
Falcons 3.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. On the return, here's Ray McLeod. Finds some space, he's past the 30. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. Finds him over the middle. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Tackled there by Jerome Baker. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Pitts brings it in. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a groove, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got. There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Now Cousins on 3rd and short. That's caught for the 1st. And they're going to bring him down just as we've come up to the 2-minute warning. Markers reset, ball at the 37. To the air, Cousins. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the hits just keep coming for them on this play, it seems. Elsewhere on the field, they've got a player hurt and in need of some attention. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And the hits just keep coming for them on this play, it seems. Elsewhere on the field, they've got a player hurt and in need of some attention. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Robinson on the inside give. And they'll bring him down after a small gain to the 48. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their 1st. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. Tyler Lockett deep for the Seahawks. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. The Seahawks back on offense, led out by Geno Smith. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. 1st down, Smith to throw. Couldn't bring it in over the middle, incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Out left, and Lockett makes the grab. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Blitz coming for Smith. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And now they face 2nd down. Back to the air, it's Smith. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. And again, it's Smith. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
And no chance at a return. He wisely angled it for the sideline and got it down to the 12 before going out. The Falcons with the football late in the first half. And we'll see if they try to establish some positive momentum before halftime here, Brock, or if they just choose to head off and lick their wounds. On 1st and 10, it's Cousins. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Now the give for Bijan. And he's brought down for a loss. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Bradley Pinion on now to punt. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. Fair catch called for and taken just beyond midfield. The Seahawks and Tyler Lockett readying for a new series on offense. And unless the coverage adjusts to slow him down, Brock, he's going to be busy and a productive target for them throughout the rest of this contest. 1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. That brings us to the break, and it's the Seahawks taking a lead into that visiting locker room. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started over at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Alvin Kamara, a touchdown run in the victory. It was a strong first half for the former Spartan, Kenneth Walker. He's already over 100 yards rushing for the game and has a touchdown run as well. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag, if it's not already.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the 3rd quarter. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And look at this return. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. Out comes the Atlanta offense for the debut possession of the second half. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Here's Cousins. He just throws this one away. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Now it's Cousins. Complete out to the right. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. He has the first over the middle. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. 3rd and long for him here. Fits it through the middle. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
Falcons.
He'll throw it yet again. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll go down here at the 16.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense.
Offside. Defense.
And no surprise here, they declined the flag because the play got a first down, so they're going to happily let it stand. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Cousins. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
A give to Algier on the inside handoff. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They're calling for a stoppage now. Looks like we had somebody injured on the play. Oh, and this is notable here. It's Drake London who's hurting. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Throwing now from the gun. Cut near the goal line.
Cousins pass. Brought down just shy of the goal line.
Never eat shredded wheat. Northeast, south, and west, right, Kate? And I like on 3rd downs, north and south. You start going east to west and eating that wheat, you could run into problems just like that.
On 4th down, here's Cousins. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on downs. Now this is the dreaded sight anytime there's a sack. He's hurting after taking that hit, and they're going to get out there to check on him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
At the 15-yard line.
And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. David Onyemata there for the stop. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
Brings up 3rd down.
Putting a receiver in motion. Throwing on 3rd. Smith. Has it downfield, working the left. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
On 1st down, this is Charbonnet. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
On 2nd down, a run with Charbonnet.
Holding. Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. They go play action. Here's Smith. Brought in right side. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. A.J. Terrell making that stop. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. A play fake. Now Smith to throw. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
On is the punt team, and away goes the punt. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Working from the gun, it's Cousins. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
They bring on the punt team, and they get this kick away. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. Now we're going to have a stoppage after that return. Looks like somebody was shaken up on the play. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. Smith on first down. Charbonnet with the catch. And that's good for a gain of 5. Braylon Trice there to meet him.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
And 5 yards to go.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. It's caught Metcalf. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked? So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Running it after the penalty. And he stopped at the 31-yard line.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Hauled in by Lockett, right side. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. They go play action here. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's keeping it. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
From the red zone now. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks piling onto the scoreboard yet again. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure is taking advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity, certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks continue piling onto this lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. McLeod now returning it. This return makes it up to the 25. The Falcons and this running back headed back out for a new series. And they're going to need to play for pride or for something to build on for next week, Brock, because this game seems out of reach, even though we've got a full quarter still to go. Play action now for Cousins. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here's Cousins now. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Couldn't find Kyle Pitts on that throw. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
And 10 yards to go.
Cousins. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Kate, I can already read the headlines tomorrow. This offensive line can't protect. This offensive line. But it's more than that. When you give up 5 sacks in a game, it's a complete breakdown of everybody offensively. Play caller, quarterback, offensive line. Yeah, they're going to have to regroup and figure out how to protect this quarterback first and foremost.
The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. And you can see in these clips quite an extensive highlight reel he's put together in what is a 4-touchdown game for him already.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say this guy's in the zone. I know in hoops, sometimes shooters say that hoop looks and that basket looks enormous, right? I know on a golf course you're thinking, man, everything is a birdie. For this guy today, 4 touchdowns on the ledger, he's made it look easy.
A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
From the gun, Charbonnet gets it. Who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. David Onyemata there for the stop. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap to Smith. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Throwing deep for the end zone. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge game.
It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. The Seahawks have the football, and they're in great shape with this sizable lead. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Smith. Hits him on the out route.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
And again, it's Smith. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery.
We all saw the brief moment of full-on panic between the ball coming out and him getting back on it. The impressive part is he kept his composure while it was still loose. One mistake didn't become two, and he cleaned it up before any defenders could.
So a crisis averted a moment ago, but their reward, a really tough third down here. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Has it down close. It's a Seattle touchdown. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
Myers to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks tack on 7 more to their lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. McLeod now returning it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. And all game they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. First down throw for Cousins. He's gonna loft one deep to the left. And this is gonna end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. So now here's 3rd and 5. To the air, Cousins. And no luck there, and that throw falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. On now comes their punter. It'll be Bradley Pinion doing the honors. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Fair catch called for and made just outside the 20. So no return on that punt. And it'll be their football. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
And the Seahawks first down.
Staying with Walker. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the 3rd row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now 3rd down is so much harder.
And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, Kate. I know you do. And this one was about willpower. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run and a great try at that first down.
And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now here come the Falcons on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Fits it through the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They'll come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Cousins. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Now Cousins again. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he gets back to the line, but no more. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
At the 44-yard line.
Now it's Cousins. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Got a man, Robinson has it. And they make this stop, we're gonna say it about the 37-yard line.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do them through the offseason, do them through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force 4th downs just as they did.
And he missed it, it's no good. And they continue to trail by, well, Brock, a whole lot more than a field goal.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
First play of the drive, here's Walker. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping called. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. Walker now from the gun. And they bring him down after he ran through him up to the 43. A 9-yard gain helps them recover in short order. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Smith. Connects with Fant. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Smith on 3rd and short. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away.
The Falcons.
This offense getting all set for this series. They could only set up a lengthy field goal attempt their last possession, Brock, so some room to improve in how far they can advance the football here. On 1st and 10, it's Cousins. And not a great choice on 1st down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so 2nd down coming up.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Short pass brought in. And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6.
Back to throw, Cousins. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. The visitors and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Now an inside give to Walker. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Second down now, 7 to go.
Brings up second and 7.
Running with Walker again. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one, and now it's 3rd and 8.
Gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They go play action. Here's Smith. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. 58 yards on the punt there. And it's going to be their football coming up. 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. He'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw, Cousins. Looking right, and he finds him. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Falcons. 1st and 10.
Throwing his Cousins. Finds him over the middle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
17 more yards. That's another Falcons 1st down.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's got it to him yet again. That is cut. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
And a yard at the
From the 38.
38-yard line.
That's incomplete left side.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
Hey, listen, drops happen in football. It is a part of the game, even for the very best. Nothing more to do about it now than shake it off and move forward, because the next throw might be coming right back your way.
And that's out. We're just waiting for the spot. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Handoff to Walker from the gun. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
A give up the gut to Walker. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Now go with Walker on the counter. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
7-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On the carry, it's Walker. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1.
And it brings up 3rd down.
So the Seahawks take this one on the road. And even fighting that dreaded body clock with the West Coast trip, they played their game, and they're taking this victory back east with them. With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks winners as we say goodbye from Atlanta.